This is the 2023 BMW 330i xDrive, and in this video I'm going to be talking you through the performance, the features and the design of this mid-range executive saloon. But before we jump into the review, I think it's important that I say a huge thank you to my cousin for letting me film this review with his car. So let's start off with the exciting stuff, the engine and performance. The 330i has BMW's B48 engine, which is a 2-litre twin-powered turbocharged 4-cylinder, which makes 255 brake horsepower, 400 Nm of torque, and that's driven via an 8-speed automatic gearbox to all four wheels using BMW's xDrive system. This means that the 330i can go from 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, all the way to a top speed of 155, doing the quarter mile in 13.7 seconds. It also has a remote start feature. Now, I am well aware that most modern cars have that feature. However, I wanted to demonstrate how the 330i sounds significantly better than the Audi A445 TFSI and Mercedes C300. And with that, I think it's time to launch the 330i. All the way on the brake, build the revs.
Is it good?
Yep. That B48 sounds fantastic. Now let's hear it on the go. Unfortunately, it's time to get into the nitty-gritty and boring parts of the 330i sedan. BMWs are known as the ultimate driving machines, and with that you wouldn't expect good practicality. Despite that, the trunk capacity on this car is 480 litres, which is the same as the Audi A4, but larger than the Volvo S60, Jaguar XE and the Mercedes C-Class. But don't worry, the 330i isn't just a practical workhorse, it is an executive saloon, as I had previously stated. As you step into the 330i, it has BMW engraved onto the metal tread plates, carpeted floor mats and a premium heated steering wheel with metal paddles, unlike the plastic nonsense in Audis. As you go through the rest of the interior, you'll see BMW's large LCI screen and heated seats, as well as a sunroof which opens up to let the Texas heat into the car. Despite the large LCI screen, the interior still has some analog buttons, which is quite nice, as they're trimmed in metal and there is plenty of wood laced throughout the centre console. The sunroof, like many, can be difficult to figure out how to open, and no doubt every time I push the button I press the wrong one. Exterior wise, the design is fantastic, and the G20 might possibly be my favourite generation of 3 Series. And alongside the exterior, the interior is improved over the F30 generation in my eyes. I much prefer the design of this newer version. However, I prefer the pre-LCI screen, as I rather more analog buttons and less touchscreen features. But in the rear you have a little infotainment panel to control your ventilation, and you've got an armrest with cup holders. In the front you have electrically adjusting seats, unlike the rear where they aren't adjustable. As I previously mentioned, I quite like the design on the exterior of the G20 BMW 330i. This car doesn't have the M Sport package, however I think the exterior looks just as good like this, with the chrome trim and the more refined lines, less aggressive, a lot more premium in a sense of luxury rather than performance. Up front there's the signature BMW kidney grills. Now on this version, the G20, I think they look very nice, like they did on the F30. Coming down the side, the wheels look really good on this one. I think they're multi-spoke and silver. They would not look good in black, in my opinion. I think the silver wheels look so much better on all cars. At the rear, you've got the twin exit exhaust, 330i badging and xDrive badging as well. In America, they have red indicators rather than the orange or amber ones like we have in the UK and Europe. Personally, I prefer the ones we have. However, they don't look too bad in America, and you don't need indicators on a BMW anyway. The biggest question is sedan or touring. Personally, I'd go for the touring for its added practicality. However, if you want a performance-focused vehicle, go for the sedan as it looks more sporty. And on that bombshell, it's time to bring this video to an end. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and let me know what you think of the 330i.